First Lady, Mother, and to all my brothers and sisters in Christ. I'm going to speak on the names of Jacob's sons. Jacob had 12 sons, and Jacob's first son was named Reuben. And the meaning of Reuben's name is a son. Reuben's mother was Leah, and the birth verse is, "So Leah conceived and bore a son, and she called his name Reuben, for she said, the Lord has surely seen my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me." Genesis 29 and 32. Jacob's second son is Simeon. The meaning of his name is hearing. His mother was also Leah. Then she conceived again and bore a son, and said, because the Lord has heard that I am unloved, he has therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon. Genesis 29 and 33. And Leah had a third son. His name was Levi, which means joined, attached. His mother was Leah. She conceived again and bore a son, and said, now this time my son will become attached to me, because I have borne him, this time my husband will become attached to me, because I have bore him 3 sons. Therefore his name was called Levi. Genesis 29 and 34. The fourth son is Judah. Yea, be praised. That's what his name means. And that was also by Leah. And she conceived again and bore a son, and said, now I will praise Yahweh. Therefore she called his name Judah. Then she stopped bearing. Genesis 29 and 35. The fifth son's name was Dan, and the meaning of his name was judge. His mother's name was Bilhah. She was Rachel's servant. Then Rachel said, God has judged my case, and he also heard my voice and given me a son. Therefore she called his name Dan. Genesis 30 and 6. And the sixth son's name was Naphtali, which means my wrestling. His mother was Bilhah, Rachel's servant. Rachel said, with great wrestlings I have wrestled with my sister, and indeed I have prevailed. So she called him Naphtali. Genesis 30 and 6. The seventh son's name was Gad, which means troop, invader, good fortune. And his mother's name was Zilpah, which was also Leah's servant. Then Leah said, a troop comes. So she called his name Gad. Genesis 30 and 11. And the eighth son's name was Asher, which means happy. His mother's name was Zilpah, Leah's servant. Then Leah said, I am happy, for the daughters will call me blessed. So she called his name Asher.